Welcome back, dear viewers, to another round of Let's Play Don't Starve. We're going to return to Wilson here on, I think it's day 6 now. It's been a couple of days since the last recording, so I will not know exactly where everything is. That's always an interesting part of this game, is remembering where everything is. Okay, so I'm immediately going to pull up the map here so that the game pauses. We are in single player Don't Starve. I'm going to try not to pause the game too much, just to keep these videos fairly short. A day is 8 minutes, so I want to try and keep them to 2 days if I can. And if I slip up and do 3 days like the last video, that's fine too, I suppose. Okay, so we have the Pig King. We have a blue wormhole to right down here where we have all our beefalo. We set a couple of traps for spiders, so we can check there. We should probably check all of our traps today. That should be something we do for sure. I think then another priority should be to get some drying racks set up, because I think I really want to get some jerky going. It's just one of the best things you can do with morsels, especially in the winter. I want to be prepared for winter well before when winter strikes. Okay. So, yes, we're going to check traps and probably collect some beefalo manure. And we don't have a good source of boulders, unfortunately. At least not yet. We haven't found a Badlands biome where it looks mostly like that, or this. I guess there are a few over there, but those are kind of inconvenient. We also haven't explored over here or here at all, so we've got a lot of the world left. But that is the one resource that we were a little light on, if I recall, is stone. Also loop around to this side of things and maybe see if this possibly goes this way. That would be really nice if there was a Badlands right here just waiting for us. But first things first, let's check our traps and get started with the day. I think we've got lots of stuff. We've got some monster meat. I don't know exactly. Okay, so we want to build a crock pot and a drying rack. Nothing in those traps is interesting. Or those. Okay. Shy little rabbits. I do want to check the spider traps. Okay, so nothing just wandered in, but what we can do... Hello, yes, I'm on your land. Let's just lure a few spiders out. And... try and get some silk. Silk is our one of our rarer resources just in general, because we are limited in the number of spiders that will spawn while it's this short, and then later on, too many will spawn. Once it grows to a larger spider's nest, there will be spider warriors involved as well, which are pretty nasty enemies. I think we just recently checked for papyrus, so I doubt it'll grow, but I kind of want to explore down to the south a little anyway. We're going to pick up some manure. Yeah, I don't think I ever finished my thought earlier. Picking up manure so we can build some improved farms. I don't like the regular farms. I just think that they're too slow. It takes so long between when you put something in and when you actually reap the reward that... So there are some more spiders down here that we can do some more work with. And yeah, the reeds have not respawned, but I did not expect them to have done so. Alright, yeah, let's just follow this road, see where it goes. More pigs. Okay, so this is frequently how the road works. You'll find this main, long paved road, and at one end will be a small pig village, and at the other end will be a larger pig village with the Pig King. That's a pretty good setup. I mean, oh, we should probably make another of these, and just drop this one. It's fine. Goody. And yeah, usually this village will have a bunch of just random food lying around. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab it because while it would stay there indefinitely and be useful later on as an emergency stash, we've been a little light on our food collection. I'm gonna go ahead and mine things as I see them because, as I said before, we're a bit light on stone. And we will need it for a number of things. Not the drying rack, fortunately. Should probably be picking saplings as well. I only have 13 of those. Really, this game is wonderful, and I really enjoy playing it. And part of the reason why I enjoy playing it is because it's such an excellent difficulty curve. I feel like. I mean, yes, you definitely die a lot early on. I had no clue what I didn't read anything about this game before I started playing it. So I had no clue what was happening my first day, and I think I ran into a swamp immediately and died. Maybe an hour into day one. And you know, you die a lot early on, but I feel like you learn to gather resources in the correct order. You don't have to know how to collect anything except saplings and grass and the other very readily available resources to survive your first night, and then from then on, you know, it gets a little more complicated. It's a very smoothly designed game, very elegant. And I'm not even that far in. I'm sure it gets much more interesting once you really delve deep into the magic. Okay, we have a level 2 spiders down here. We've got some graves nearby. I might dig up one of these graves, see if we can get lucky with some gears, since we have, I mean, a hefty amount of sanity. Oh my gosh, lots of spiders around here. Let's see. A lying robot. He whispers beautiful lies to me. Oh, that's fantastic. I really should be doing this, actually, with the saplings as well, now that I think about it. We want to get a little sapling farm going. We want to relocate a bunch of these saplings near our base so that future resource collection is easier. Same thing with the berry bushes. Might as well. No real reason not to. Well, I suppose there are reasons not to, if we wanted to leave them here for, again, future resource collection. But I think that... okay. Alright, so that's pretty much that. We might be able to make it back to the camp by nightfall. If we don't, I'm not particularly worried. We can always just spend the night chopping trees, or... No, well, we couldn't do that, I suppose. Spend the night... Oh yeah, we can do some tree chopping. Just set up a campfire, maybe. I don't think we have enough wood for a campfire. I should make sure we have enough wood for a torch. Okay, good. And we do have a torch active. The other reason... Oh dear. I forgot about mosquitoes. How rude. The other thing about reeds and papyrus... Reeds are not a movable resource. You may not take reeds with you. Or rather, you cannot start a patch of reeds near your base. You can't have a reed farm. So, being somewhat near a swamp is very important if you plan on using a lot of that stuff. Which isn't necessarily something you have to do. I'm sure you can go the entire game without making anything out of papyrus. You know what we're gonna do? Okay, can't carry any more stuff. We're just gonna light this tree on fire. And let the forest run. Ooh, a totally normal tree. Oh yes, we need to get out of direction. Looking at this axe while things are burning. Because we need a lot of charcoal. I hope it doesn't burn down the living tree down there. It probably will. And I don't think it gives us anything particularly nice for it. No, that's a bummer. Alright. Alright, we need to re-equip our torch, and just in time. Okay, I guess we'll have to wait until daybreak to finish gathering our charcoal. So we missed out on some living wood, which is a cool resource needed much later in the game. And that's fine. It's enough later that I'm not particularly concerned about finding another source. I mean, we're just gonna hold down spacebar here. I think there's a button on the Steam controller as well that sort of auto does things. If you're wielding an axe, it will chop down trees and pick up the remains, as well as harvesting free roaming resources. I'm getting a lot of charcoal because we're going to want to build. We don't want to have to collect charcoal. It's a very wasteful thing to do. I mean, we have to. Every batch of charcoal, we have to completely replant everything. I don't know. It's frustrating and dangerous. You know, we can easily die if we get caught in the middle of whatever we're burning. We can accidentally light our camp on fire. It's just. So that's why we are going around gathering as much of this as we can carry. We'll get a single stack of 40. I don't feel that particularly necessary to go beyond that. And while I believe that these trees eventually do, I don't know, melt or rot or get knocked over or whatever, as normal trees also do. I could be wrong on that, however. We'll check later in the game and see if these charred trees are still there. But really, we shouldn't need more than 40 charcoal in this game. Well, that's speaking far too soon. We shouldn't need any more charcoal to reach any kind of breakpoint. Oh yeah, that just kind of goes down here and loops around, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and head back to camp. I really want to get a crock pot built so we can get some value out of this monster meat. You can have one and only one, up to one, rather, monster meat in a recipe. Okay, so our traps should be refreshed, our rabbit traps. And by refreshed, I mean should have rabbits in them. You can see the rabbits out, it means that. Huh, excellent. Okay, we only have, we're so hungry, let's just eat these. We need slot for the rabbits to murder. Okay, and we should be able to make several drying racks here, so we can immediately start drying some of this jerky. We can make a crock pot. Okay, alright. So now we're back at base. We are spending some of the day doing this, which is... Alright, we want an improved farm. Where do we want our farms? I think probably right about here. Yes, seems fine. Don't have any seeds just yet, but that's fine. We want food. Okay, we need rope. 1, 2, and that gets us a drying rack. We'll build our drying racks closer to the rabbits, probably. Let's see, they are right here, so we can build our drying racks, say here-ish. Yeah, that's fine. And that takes 3 ropes, so we are just shy of another drying rack. Let's get a morsel on there. Alright, crock pot. We need 3 refined stone, cut stone. Can we make that many? Yes, we can. Excellent. Crock pot. Alright, so we're going to want a crock pot about here. Okay. And we can build another one, I think. Yes. I like having 2 crock pots. That's something that I saw another streamer do, and I thought was a really cool idea. It lets you get food twice as fast. And sometimes eating food fast. I mean, it's just, you're going to want to have 2 crock pots on hand frequently enough that I think it's worth the minimal resources it took to make it. And space. I mean, space is also a concern. Oh, we really want to build a lightning rod, but I guess we don't have the gold for it. We need 2 more gold. Okay, well, tomorrow let's make sure to visit Pig King and give him this lying robot. He should give us plenty of a reward for that. What else were we doing? Oh yes, we were refining some rope so we could make our other drying rack. We can definitely make more later, but let's just get these 2 going for now. It takes 24 hours to dry small morsels. Oh, and here we can do this and this. There we go. So we have, like, because we're... that should turn out well, if I recall correctly. That should be fine. 1 monster meat, 2 morsels, and a thing should just give us some meatballs, something along those lines. Yeah, meatballs. Let's go ahead and eat it. We're really hungry. Plus we can just make some other stuff here. Yeah, oh. That's right, we put all our logs in Chester. Oh, or maybe we don't have logs? It seems... I guess we haven't done much tree chopping, have we? Interesting. Well, okay. Yeah, so you see regular old meatballs from 1 monster meat and 3 carrots. So that's... oh, I really shouldn't have eaten that. I didn't realize we were that full. Okay, well, we quote, wasted, unquote, a little bit of meat. Okay, so this is the end of this video. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the map here. I'm going to just say a few more words, but the game is paused, and I'm trying to do these again in 2-day segments. But I like the past couple of days. I feel like day 6 was a little disappointing, but we did get some exploring done. It's important to note that there is already a level 2 spider down here. Once they turn into level 3, you really need to harvest them, or else they can spawn a spider queen, which is a giant, massive monster. That basically means we don't get to go back into that area of the map anymore. I mean, eventually we can kill them, but day 7 I felt was really strong. We collected a bunch of stuff. We expanded our base significantly. We got 2 crockpots, 2 drying racks, and an improved farm. Note that we did not have any seeds on us. I think we ate them because we needed the inventory space. We want to put a seed in there as soon as possible. The reason to have farms is dragon fruit. The way farms work, and I'm going to mildly spoil some mechanics. I mean, these videos are all that, but if you want to discover for yourself how to farm, end the video now, and thank you for watching. But yeah, so farming, you plant seeds and it'll grow random crops from your just seeds that you've picked up off the ground. Vegetables of various sorts. And they vary wildly in usefulness. So a carrot is pretty unexciting. Whereas on the other end of the spectrum, you have dragon fruit. And dragon fruit you put in a crock pot with, I think, just three other vegetables, and I don't think it can have meat in it. But yeah, just put it in there with three other vegetables and let it cook, and you end up with dragon pie, which is just a very, very efficient food item. Um, so, but you say it's random. So how can we guarantee dragon fruit? Well, here's the trick: is you build a bird cage and you put a bird in it, and if you feed the bird the dragon fruit, it will eject, shall we say, at least two seeds, one random seed and one dragon fruit seed, and it's labeled as such in your inventory. And so what you can, but sometimes it will spit out more than one labeled seed. So you feed the bird dragon fruit until you get two of them, and then you dedicate one to feeding to the bird, and another to making dragon pies, dragon fruit pies. And then you basically have your food covered for the entire summer. It's nice to have more than two going, but there comes a point where you're just using. I mean, you are making them as fast as you can, and they're going back. Like you'll have an excess of them. So that's a very good way to get your summers completely on lockdown. Now, of course, in winter time things change, and one of the changes is that crops no longer grow. I think you can still just fertilize the heck out of them and grow them that way, but they no longer naturally grow. And I'm not even 100% sure about the fertilization. It may be that you just can't grow anything during the winter. I will experiment with that, in fact, in this series of games. But anyway, that's all for now. I don't want this video to run too long, and I can talk about this game forever. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. But I think I will record another one before bed, and so I will speak with you shortly, dear viewers. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.